Round 3 of the NRL is coming up, so let's see how we did last week and who we're going to pick to win this week. So it was a little bit of a mixed week last week in round 2. 50% correct, basically, and I've got a feeling lots of other people got some wrong as well. But let's get it started on Thursday the 13th. It was Knights versus Dolphins, and I was correct. That is a plus thing. I was correct. I did Knights to sneak a 6-point lead win. They actually won by 14, so they pretty much doubled that. So I get the 1 point for the win, but unfortunately nothing for a close score, which is a shame. Very much the favourites managed to win there. So, yeah, a fairly easy one to call that one. However, Friday the 14th, Warriors versus Sea Eagles. Okay, well, this did not go correct. 80% went Sea Eagles. And annoyingly, this is easier for me to say now, but I had just a funny feeling with Warriors playing at home, they may have produced something. Hence why I only did Eagles to win by 10. It wasn't a huge... but yeah, we got it wrong. So Seagulls went across to the island, New Zealand, and did not go well for them. Fairly high-scoring game, though, but yeah, did not go well. So nothing for me there. Well done if you're that 20%. Then Panthers versus Roosters, and oh, God, 3% of people went for Roosters. That's 3 people went for Roosters. Oh, my God. I did Panthers to win fairly comfortably. After Roosters' last week's result, I thought Panthers should have stormed this, and they should have. And they could have pulled it back at the end, but they just let it slip. Yeah, they got kind of countered, and they lost by 6, which is gutting. So not many people got anything there, apart from 3 people. 1 person got it slap bang on there. Then Dragons versus Rabbitohs on Saturday the 15th, and a 1-point win to the Rabbitohs. Very, very close. A cracking game to finish up on there with a 1-point win. Let's just say Rabbitohs are doing better than they did last season. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be picking them or not. We'll see. But yeah, get nothing for me there. Cowboys, Sharks, and as predicted, Sharks would get the result against Cowboys, who are now without any points. It was more than I thought. I did 12 points thinking that was fair. 1 person, I think, gets it bang on. I get 1 point for the win. And then Raiders versus Broncos, and once again, the underdogs lost. It was not great from Broncos. I'm thinking Broncos, really, they're going to push on this year, get back to where they were. Raiders saw them off. They stay in first place. I did Broncos by 18 and Raiders won by 10. Fair play to Raiders. They really have started the season well. Fair play to them. Sunday the 16th was Eels versus West, and predicted, yes. I thought it'd be closer, but Eels were shocking. Absolutely shocking. West really tore them a new one, didn't they? They won by 26, and I did them to win by 6. So I get the result. That's all I can say. It's one-sided to say the least. The last game, though, Bulldogs versus Titans, as predicted. Titans do score, though. That is the thing. They do score. 24 points is more than other teams got in other games, and they still lost. Bulldogs, really, really good, though. They had a cracking game. And I did get it bang on. I did Bulldogs to win by 16, and that is how many they won by. So I finished off the week really, really well. The league table, then. There's 57 of you and me playing in our league so far, and we got a little bit of movement for sure. Benny is still top, doing really well. 18.25 compared to Mad Swans fan, who's now in second, 13.75. That's already a hefty lead. Mighty Muffins is up 15 to third. Vam H is up 6 to 4th, and Mr. Grumpy is up 1 to 5th. Let's see. Otis up 11. That's decent. The golden hat goes to Marty, though. Well done, Marty. And you've actually just stay in 9th. I would be gutted to be the golden hat and not actually move. Okay, anyone else? Where am I? Hacksaw up 13. Brupel down 11. Elmsey and Ajax down 9. MKZ 25 up 15. Where am I? I'm just looking for me now. There. I'm up 9. I had a bad first week. So up 9 places to 32nd. We'll take that. Let's see who's got the wooden spoon. Oh, no, Rymeester. Rymeester gets the wooden spoon. Unlucky, buddy. Well, I can tell you, we start off with an absolute bang because it is last year's grand final rematch. Thursday the 20th at Amy Park. It is Storm versus Panthers. Looking at this one, then, it could go either way. Let's just say it could go either way. However, looking at the kind of info we've got, because I've prepared lots, Storm dominated Eels. Now, Eels, in round 1, they're crap. But showing real attacking prowess. But with people like Pappenhausen, and then you've got Panthers fullback Dylan Edwards is battling a groin injury, which probably isn't great. He was chasing Sandon Smith in their very shock loss to Roosters last week. And if you look at Storm, they've got a spine of Pappenhausen, Munster, Hughes, Grant, and they really should create an attacking challenge for Panthers' kind of reshuffled defensive line. Nathan Cleary, I think he potentially needs to overcome a shoulder concern. I can't see Panthers winning. Panthers have got to start working at some point. I know they've won 1 and lost 1, but that was a real shock loss last week. I can't. I know I want to go Panthers. I support Panthers, but I don't know if I can. It's at Amy Park as well. I'm gonna go Storm. I hope I don't regret this. I'm going to do Storm by 12, I think. I really, really hope I don't regret that one. Next, on Friday the 21st, is at Go Media Stadium. Warriors versus Roosters. Now, as you can yeah. Warriors won last week at home. Roosters are having to go over to New Zealand again. Roosters obviously beat Panthers. Really, really good win. I think... yeah, Roosters did impress with a shock win. And they did certainly find some attacking rhythm, no doubt. You've got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. He returns to rugby league, giving Warriors significant attacking threats on the edges as well. So Roosters' spine of Tedesco, Smith, Townsend and Watson provide real kind of elite organisation that should overcome Warriors' home advantage. So I get it. Warriors did have a really, really good win last week at home. But I just think after what Storm have done and that spine that Roosters have got, I'm going to actually go with a Roosters win. It feels weird after how well Warriors did last week. I'm going to do a really, really tight one, though. A Roosters by 4. You know, thinking of the home advantage and how well Warriors did at home last week. You know, Roosters by 4. Let's have a real tight game. Okay, next at Suncorp, it is Brisbane versus Cowboys. Now, I was really shocked last week that Brisbane lost. Like, what happened? What happened? Cowboys, though, unfortunately, are second from bottom, no points. They are not starting very well at all. And they're not even showing like they can score either. So if you look at it, Katoni Staggs has been named in the reserves. Could make an early recovery and return, but let's not put too much hopes on that. If he does, could really boost Broncos back line. You've also got Broncos miss out and Ezra Mann as well, but Reynolds is still in and he's potent at directing play. Cowboys, they've not started well, have they? They've not started well at all. 23% that they're going to win. That is the chance of winning, apparently. Stats Insider gives them 23% chance. I just can't see it. I know Broncos really had a shock loss last week, but they should have enough to see off Cowboys. So the Queensland Derby is going to go to Broncos, and let's do Broncos to win by 14. There you go, 14. Yeah, they should have enough to win. Next up, it is Sharks versus Rabbitohs at Shark Stadium, 22nd Saturday. Okay, so look, Rabbitohs have started really, really well. I think Sharks last week showed what they can do again. I think long-term injuries that the Rabbitohs have got will certainly start affecting them. So Lateral Mitchell, Cameron Murray, for example. And I think someone like Nico Hines, he's going to be important, I think. His kicking game could be really, really crucial, certainly in maintaining field position. So it's not an easy one, because Rabbitohs have started so well. It's not an easy one to call, to be honest. It really, really isn't. But screw it. Let's do Sharks. They are going to sort out Rabbitohs. They are going to punish them. Let's go Sharks by 18. Let's just really go for it. Let's go for it. Not an easy one. Okay, next. KO Stadium in Redcliffe. Dolphins versus West. At least West Tigers have won a game. That's the positive. Dolphins have not. Dolphins do receive a little bit of a boost, though, with Jack Bostock potentially returning from a knee injury. Tigers continue their rebuild, but still probably lacking a little bit of consistency that they may need to overcome more teams. Dolphins' Wayne Bennett designed defense structure definitely does give them the edge over developing Tigers' attack. So, that tactical kind of positioning may help them for sure, the Dolphins. This one could go either way. I think Dolphins may actually get on the board finally. So I'm going to do a Dolphins win. A Dolphins win by 10. Try, conversion, and a kick. Seabus Super Stadium. It is super. Titans versus Knights. Knights also, they are having a brilliant start to the season. Titans have obviously only played one game, and they did score they got a lot of points, but do not get over that line. So looking at this, Knights are favourites to win this. Not by a huge amount, but they are certainly favourites. I think Titans struggle for consistency under the coaching regime, with defensive vulnerabilities definitely evident. Yes, they can score plenty, but they also let in too many as well. Knights are missing Thompson, but have built a strong depth, which is pretty good actually, and that's showing. They certainly have a decent depth, which should be able to overcome players like that's absences. So Knights, I think Knights again. Not ridiculous, because I said Titans still score, but let's do Knights also. Let's do them by 8. Yeah. Oh, Dolphins, it was try, kick, try. Sorry. Okay, Sunday, 23rd of March, Combank Stadium. It is Eels versus Bulldogs. There is only one winner here. There's only one winner here. Eels have started very, very poorly. And, you could sort of put it down to certain losses, such as Mitch Moses, the halfback. Those sort of things that, you could say this about every team that's got injuries, but, it certainly creates organisation issues, to say the least, But you could say the same for others. But I think Bulldogs, they certainly displayed a really, really good performance over Gold Coast. But they did get a couple of injuries. Canterbury's attack functioning at high level. It is at a high level. They're doing really, really well. I think Bulldogs got young talent. And yes, it is continuing developing that cohesion, but should have enough to defeat the Eels. So let's go Eels as a loss. Bulldogs by 6, 12, 16. Yeah, let's go 16. Okay, last game. It is at 4 Pines. Sea Eagles versus Raiders. Raiders obviously started incredibly well. You know, they really have going really well. Manly, 1 win, 1 loss. It was very much a surprise loss last week. They're still monitoring, Sea Eagles are still monitoring a couple of injuries. Tom Trebejovic with hamstring, and Daly Cherry Evans. They're still monitoring it, so it's one of those ones they could play. You know, they may make a surprise return, they may not, but you can't really count on that. Raiders are without Joe Tappin until round 4 because he was suspended. Xavier Savage does come back from suspension, so swings and roundabouts there. I know Sea Eagles may have that home advantage for sure. It's difficult. I'm hoping. Look, I know Raiders are 2 out of 2. I'm thinking Manly kind of has decent depth, and I think they may have performed admirably, but they still lost. But I just think they may now this week be slightly better prepared with possibly the 2 players at least missing. Manly. I could regret this one. Manly by 6. The summary then. Storm by 12. I partly hope they don't do that. Roosters by 4. Broncos by 14. Sharks by 18. Dolphins by 10. Knights by 8. Bulldogs by 16. And Sea Eagles by 6. Some very, very difficult ones to call there. That Eagles-Raiders game, really, really difficult. I think even the Dolphins-West game is quite difficult as well, actually. Sharks, Rabbitohs. There's some difficult games to call. But that is what we've done for this week. Hopefully you're all enjoying it so far, joining along. Some interesting games, to say the least. But thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and as always, I will catch you next week.